everyone, I'm Paul, and today I'll show you how to replace the valves in your Chinese scooter without removing the wheels or tires. This scooter has good tires, but these valves are dry rotted and cracked. We're going to fix that today. The first step is breaking the bead loose from the rim. It's been on here for years, so it's a bit stuck. I'm pushing the tire away from the rim and spraying dish soap and water in between. The center of the rim is a smaller diameter than the outside edges where the tire sits. It's called the drop center. The goal is to push the tire bead into the drop center of the rim so it will be loose on the wheel. Now I'm cutting the rest of the valve off and pushing the little bit left through the hole. Whoops, that was kind of dumb because now I have a piece of the valve just rolling around in the tire and I need to get it out. I have to push the other side of the tire into the drop center of the rim, then I can start working the edge of the tire off the rim. With one side of the tire completely off, I can reach in and grab that valve I dropped. I picked up some new tire valves from the AutoZone by my house. These valves are for cars, but they fit scooters just fine. They are much better quality than the Chinese scooter valves you'll find online. You might need to remove the middle of the valve, called the valve core, so you can inflate the tire faster to seat the bead on the rim. Let's move the tire to the side to make room for the valve. I threaded on the old valve cap and grabbed the valve with pliers. Gently pull the valve up and move it side to side until the fatter ridge goes over the rim and snaps into place. Don't get too aggressive because you can tear the valve. Sometimes the scooter rim might be too thick at the valve, and you might have to Dremel the little material off if the valve won't pull through enough to stay in place. Now I just need to get the bead of the tire back on the rim. Spray the tire with water and dish soap and use metal motorcycle tire levers to pry the tire onto the rim. This last little bit is stuck. Instead of forcing the tire, go back to the opposite side and push the bead into the drop center of the rim to make the whole tire more loose. Now it will pop over the edge. Use a compressor to fill the tire with air and seat the bead. A hand pump won't work because the tire leaks a lot of air before the tire touches the rim. Now I can reinstall the valve core into the valve. Inflate the tire to somewhere between 25 and 30 psi. You don't need to go over 30 psi. That should be the maximum. That was the hard way. Let's move to the back of the scooter and I'll show you an easier way to do this. Go around the wheel, pry the tire to the middle, get some soapy water in there, and break the bead loose from the rim. Use pliers to rip the valve out. Now push the tire into the drop center so you can see the valve and stuff a towel in there so the valve can't fall into the tire. Pull the rest of the valve out. It went on the garage floor. That's great. I'm installing the new valve, but I skipped the part where I take the valve core out. Gently pull it through, holding the valve cap with pliers and wiggling side to side. Now I just need to get this towel out of here. Spray a little more soapy water on the rim so the tire can slide into place when you inflate it. Hit it with the compressor, and with a little luck, the tire will bead up. The back tire can go a little higher pressure than the front if you're fat or if you ride with passengers sometimes. You don't need to go over 32 psi here. Alright, with a little luck, these tires will hold air now. Thanks for watching, and remember to check out my other scooter repair videos.